An age-old question when it comes to narcissism is, does the narcissist love me? Or do they love anyone? In this video, I will reveal the cruel, harsh, and cold truths about narcissists and love. Narcissists are scared of love, flat out. Love is too personal, too intimate, and vulnerable for a narcissist. And that, of course, to them is considered a weakness. Love, quote unquote, therefore gets replaced with thoughts and ideas of lust, fantasies, delusions, passion, and desire. Narcissists will always avoid intimacy. These are folks who are very filled with shame. They fear judgment, abandonment, among many other things. It's just too much for them to deal with. Whatever happens when a narcissist meets you or any supply source, they fall in love with the idea of you. The narcissist creates a fantastical version of you. They see who you are and then kind of project into the future who you're going to be based on who you display in the beginning. For example, if you pay for coffee on the first date, they project that maybe in a few weeks you will buy a ridiculously expensive dinner or some other date. It's very similar to how we can have preconceived ideas about the narcissist. They do the same for us. Make no mistake, though, when a narcissist says, "I love you," it's very much code. They know that you want to hear that they love you. Of course, everybody wants to hear that, and they're aware. But what they love are the goods and services that you provide to them. It's very important to know that love to a narcissist is superficial, extremely conditional, and very transactional. They love the way you look, the nice car that you have, the money in the bank account, your prestigious job title, maybe, or other accolades. But not you as a person. This love is conditional. We're going to learn that as this video moves along. Inevitably, though, narcissists become very disenchanted with who you really are, and everybody else too, so don't feel singled out. We have to talk about those fantasies, delusions, and projections again that happen at the beginning of the relationship with a narc. See, they have all of that, and they're building you up, but ultimately, you fail. Narcissists are seeking out perfection. They're always looking for that perfect source of supply. You are quite naturally going to fail because no one is perfect. Real perfection is not a thing. The narcissist, of course, placed you on a pedestal. They had all these wild ideas. They created a false version of you. You're amazing. You're so perfect, almost otherworldly. And then boom. You say no to something. You don't buy them something. Don't take them somewhere. You don't tell them that they're handsome or beautiful, respectively, 8,000 times a day. You act human and normal. Something turns them off to the whole idea of you. And believe it or not, this hurts. This hurts the narcissist deeply. Imagine thinking that you find perfection over and over, and because you've built this person up in your brain so highly, you held them to such a ridiculous standard. At the first little stumble, you consider it a failure. You get angry. Well, that happens over and over again. It must be exhausting for a narcissist to continue to go through such constant chronic disappointment. Of course, now, throughout the relationship, you will be persuaded to change under the guise of, well, you don't love them if you don't change. Change, of course, means go back to the way it was when they were abusing you. You are very quickly told you better get with it, give them the control back, or continue to pay for things, give them things, stop bringing up their infidelities, whatever the case may be. It's code for you're not perfect anymore. And it's pissing me off, so you better get back to perfect. And survivor, maybe you've even heard something like that, something along the lines of, you didn't used to act this way. I don't like this new you. If you'd like to talk with me one-on-one, you can click the link that is at the top of the screen for you now to visit my website. There you can find information and book a chat session with me. It's also interesting that when it comes to love, ask a narcissist what they really love about you. And you'll find they can't actually tell you real things they love about you. They'll give you very vague, generic answers or answers about what you do for them. Something like, well, you always help me, or you're always so nice to me. I don't know, you're very popular. You have a really nice job. You take care of me. None of these answers will be about you as a person, your morals, your values, anything quirky or interesting about you. It will be driven towards what you provide, those goods and services. And once you've been branded not perfect, you will be devalued, of course, as punishment for said imperfections. There is no cycle of abuse if you're not devalued. It happens to everybody. And it happens whether you make the changes for them or you don't. You're either not changing fast enough, you're not doing enough, you're not what you promised. They go on and on and on about these things. They will abuse you and go full on mask off. There will be nothing to hide as they make it very clear in their treatment of you that they don't love you at all. I hope a huge takeaway for so many survivors while I go over this video is actions speak louder than words. Anybody can say, I love you, I care about you, you mean the world to me, but how are they treating you? How are they really behaving? The cycle must go on, really, and so in time, either you or the narcissist will leave the relationship. They're going to immediately begin that new search, continuing to look for non-existent perfection. Let them go and do that. Don't let this get you down. Narcissists are just simply not capable of love. Love is seen as a weakness. And really think about that for a second, survivor. It's scary. Love is very scary. You have to put yourself out there. You have to share. You have to be vulnerable, open up, be really honest, have intimacy. That's a lot. And let's face it, it's a little too much for a narcissist. Most narcs are either told or shown that they don't deserve love by the parents or the caregivers. Maybe they've suffered a traumatic relationship where some kind of damage was done. Where it comes from is really inconsequential to you, but they switch off that love light. Love is scary now. And again, it gets twisted into fantasies, goods and services, delusions, things like that. You have to give too much for love. And a narcissist is just not willing to go there. They've been burned, they feel stupid, and they won't make that mistake again. And I find this very sad, but also unavoidable. You, survivor, you know how scary love is as well. But just because the narcissist is too weak to do anything about it, it doesn't say anything about you. And it doesn't mean that you are weak. Narcissists love no one, not even themselves. So, how did a narcissist try to get you to change? Do you know something that they were idealizing about you from the very get-go? Share those and, of course, any other thoughts you have with me down in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to get more videos on narcissism. To help my channel continue to keep going, I invite you to become a channel member for as little as $1 a month. You can click that join button just below the video, or there is a link down in the video description. Thank you so much for the consideration and your generosity. It really means a lot to me. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.